Getting underway is a special moment for guests and crew alike. The dawn of a new voyage, a sometimes familiar but always unique experience. The crew buzz with a nervous optimism, and the soon-to-be guests await an experience only found in here, aboard what Azimut notes as a compact super yacht. If you found yourself here, you may not want to be anywhere else. Welcome to Miami, Florida, and welcome aboard Majestic Moments, a 2019 Azimut 27 meter. As we move through this vessel, 3 items stand out. The first being the owner's suite. Tough to not enjoy an on-deck master, especially on a boat just shy of 90 feet. The second, this expansive beach club. While every boat of this size has one, an average day on the hook here is where all the action is. Lastly, this Flybridge, which features an opening hardtop and the always infamous hot tub. Today, as I like to do, let's start our walkthrough at the beach club. This platform runs almost the entire beam of the boat, and for good reason. On board, we store a 2019 Williams 445 diesel jet, 2 sea bobs, 2 inflatable kayaks, 2 stand-up paddle boards, as well as a plethora of dive equipment. When I mention this area is highly trafficked, I mean that. With this many toys, there are plenty of ways to keep yourself entertained in the Bahamian blue waters of the Atlantic. Follow me up a few teak steps into the cockpit. The cockpit is extremely well appointed. Stainless steel chocks with winches both to port and starboard, perfect for the time she spent traveling through the Mediterranean last summer. On the starboard side, this docking station with a joystick control, stern thruster controls, and a bow thruster. Always a favorite lunch hangout is this generous dining area with a C-shaped settee. There are 3 additional chairs that pull up to the forward side of the table. On the starboard side deck, there's a secondary access to the engine room. Powered by a twin set of MANs, this Azimut 27 meter cruises at speeds of 20 to 22 knots. The captain prefers to run her at a much more efficient speed of 16 knots, where she burns 50 gallons an hour. Here at the raised pilot house, we have a portside station for owners to sit with the captain and make the plan for the day. 3 Simrad screens, your joystick control, throttle control, helm, spotlight, bow and stern thruster controls, your Azimut service display, your Humphrey trim tabs, and your VHF radio. Entering the salon through 3 pane glass doors that tuck away in a pocket on the starboard side makes for a seamless entry over the threshold. Floor-to-ceiling windows allow for so much natural light, giving this space a welcoming feel. 3 sofas around a coffee table allow for multiple guests to enjoy the space comfortably. A TV lowers from the ceiling to make some of the most memorable movie nights one could have with family or close friends. On the starboard side of the salon are 2 freestanding chairs. This space is lined with cabinets for storage on both port and starboard sides. Moving forward is what our yacht owners will admit is seldom used, but a necessary space, the interior dining. Little used because the preference is to eat out in the open air. Lunches in the cockpit, dinners on the Flybridge. The interior dining suffices on days of poor weather, be that excessive rain or wind. Moving forward, there is an access door to the starboard side deck. This tends to be a crew access as it is at the base of the stairs of the pilot house. Just forward and to starboard is the storage for this vessel's AV equipment. Follow me down the stairs to the guest accommodations. At the base of the stairs are 2 mirrored staterooms, port and starboard. These identical rooms have 2 twin beds, a mirrored TV, a closet with hanging lockers and drawer storage, and an ensuite head with a sizable shower. What can be seen as a running theme today are the hull side windows, which assist in opening up an otherwise cozy room. As we exit these rooms and head aft, we enter 2 mirrored staterooms to either side. Each room has a queen-size bed flanked by nightstands and lights, fixed to a fun and modern fuzzy wool headboard, which begs the traditional yachts to let their hair down a little bit and create spaces with a little more fun. Just in front of each queen bed is a large TV, encased in a mirror to keep from having to stare at a piece of hardware affixed to a bulkhead. This is a thoughtful eye in design and something I have to believe guests on a yacht appreciate. The hull side window in the stateroom can only be described as vast, with an opening port flush and positioned towards the aft section. 2 storage cabinets are conveniently forward and aft of this window. Each stateroom has a mirrored closet all the way aft, just before the entry to our ensuite heads that are replete with storage and have both nozzle and rainfall showers. Can you imagine waking up in any other way? Follow me back up the stairs and forward. A necessity on all yachts of this size is the day head, just a port outside the master stateroom. This is the Azimut 27 meters hallmark, the master stateroom. As you pass a storage area on the starboard side and a walk-in closet on the port, 3 carpeted steps take you into the master stateroom. The glass bulkheads on each side of this king-size bed will stop you in your tracks. 2 freestanding chairs just forward of these previously mentioned windows, raising the blackout shades and the wooden blinds, reveal that day's paradise. To interrupt the dream for a moment and get back to the features, on the port side bulkhead is another large hanging locker. Do a complete 180, a full-length mirror to give a final check to the evening's attire. Centerline, a TV carefully hidden behind a mirror, as we have seen throughout. Moving forward, a starboard entryway welcomes you to a marble floor and the master stateroom's head. Centerline, a large marble shower is just forward of his and hers sinks. All the way to port, a toilet and a bidet. 2 port lights in each side of the hull allow just enough light to bounce off the white marble to keep this space light and bright. Let's head back through the salon and take a peek in the galley. This is a chef's galley with 2 commercial fridge and freezers and an oven. Heading out of the pocket door in the galley, let's head to the bow. The bow is an ideal place to soak up the sun. For those who like the salt air but prefer the shade, this area is conveniently covered with an electric bimini top. Forward of this seating area, there are more cushions for lounging. And just forward of that, your ground tackle. Normally we would jump down into the crew area. The crew were preparing for their crossing to the Bahamas, so we kindly stayed out of their way. The crew make the boat, and while it is an amazing career, to be a crew member comes with great responsibility. They are the people in charge of this asset. This crew took fantastic care of us as though we were guests aboard, and I would be remiss not to shoot a sincere thank you for their patience and hospitality. Up just a few steps is a place you will find most everyone enjoys spending their time. All the way forward, a secondary helm for those captains who prefer the sun and ocean breeze. To port, a large seat for guests to lounge while underway. Just aft into port, where you may happen upon someone like me closer to 5 p.m., the full-service bar. Fit with refrigeration and ice makers galore. A place for a perfectly made drink and good banter just before being seated for dinner service. The dining table up here makes for the ideal setting to sit and have your onboard dinners with creative themes and great lighting, or open the sunroof and dine under the stars. As you depart the table, hopefully you save room for one more experience. A plunge in the hot tub, flanked by comfortable sun pads. The quintessential place for a nightcap with the bar still open. During the day, the sun can be escaped by putting out this aft shade that extends out to the jacuzzi.